While many just dream of a new life in the sun, thousands choose to make it a reality.
It's not all about money, it's about spending time with the children.
But there's no time to relax.
I've had enough of cleaning bedrooms.
Cobweb.
Because these expats need to make a living.
I'm biting my nails now, stress. Look.
To turn someone's money away is just heartbreaking to me.
We're following the latest Brits to take on the challenge.
It's utter chaos here today.
Running dive schools and bars in Spain.
Come on, give me a break here.
Restaurants and B&Bs in France.
Oh, just put it down.
They'll face the highs.
Resigned. We own a house.
And the lows.
We're a couple of weeks away from not having any money left.
But can the latest wave of expats make their life in the sun pay?
We have a dream. Let's roll on and get it finished.
At what point are we allowed to open the champagne?
Today, as the dream begins for a new group of expats, we're with a northeast family starting a new life in Spain.
Doors to the bar is officially open.
But can they turn a rundown property into a thriving restaurant?
We knocked all this out yesterday together on our silver wedding anniversary.
At least the sun's shining anyway, like.
A Maidstone couple take a leap of faith with a cycling business.
This has been our dream for so long.
But will the gamble pay off?
If we don't make enough money this year, we go home.
And in France, 2 London professionals learn new skills.
Bored already.
This may not be the job for you.
When they start a luxury holiday business.
She's got lots of skills, but the physical world's a bit of a mystery to Becky.
I can hear you.
The picturesque Dordogne in the southwest of France is a haven for those looking to enjoy some time out. And with many of its ancient villages well off the beaten track, it's the perfect place to immerse yourself in traditional French culture.
Bonsoir. Bonsoir, neuf, s'il vous plaît. Yeah, I do have oysters. I eat them every chance I get.
For former commodity broker Greg and lawyer Becky, it's a far cry from their busy London lives.
I can't do oysters.
Becky's scared of oysters.
I've tried and I just can't do it.
We've just found it fantastic here. Very helpful people and friendly.
Nobody's rushing, nobody's at each other's throats.
After, 30-odd years, I suppose it was just, got a bit fed up with the commute and a bit fed up with the work, really.
The couple sold their North London semi and bought a dilapidated 18th century property in Saint-Avie-Seigneur, with the dream of turning it into a luxury holiday home.
We found a brilliant estate agent.
She said, you need some vision. Have some vision, ignore the holes in the wall and the roof.
And the lack of floor.
And the floor.
And no kitchen.
No bathroom, no kitchen.
After we'd bought some friends to see it, they all thought we were slightly bonkers.
Not one person said it's fantastic.
But after 18 months of renovations, Becky and Greg proved the doubters wrong. Outside, the property maintains the traditional French country mill style. But inside, they've created a modern open gite for 12 people, with an open-plan living space, 6 bedrooms and bathrooms and 3 kitchens.
We did start with a budget and went over our budget by 140%.
Was it that much?
Yeah, 2.5 times our original budget, yeah.
The couple are hoping to attract a discerning clientele to their luxury property. But with no experience in hospitality, they now face a challenging summer.
We've invested literally everything, and a lot of blood, sweat and tears, and a lot of emotion. But at stake is, a lot of pride and a lot of money.
It's June, and while the interior renovations are complete, there's still work to do outside before the gite is ready. But before they officially open their doors, Becky and Greg are preparing for a very important guest.
We're just really trying to get it clean, everything dusted, everything spotless, ready for a reviewer who's coming in a few days. Greg's been really concentrating on the outside and I'm sorting out the cleaning in here.
The reviewer is writing for a high-end holiday website which only accepts the most exclusive properties. So Becky and Greg's Gite must meet its high standards to be included on its pages.
I'm incredibly fussy, and I just think if I walked in here and I was happy with the cleanliness, then most people would be. So I do it to my level, which isn't Greg's level.
Outside, Greg is getting going on his own to-do list, aided by their 5-month-old puppy, Badger.
I'm going to lay a gravel path with some paving slabs on top to try and stop grass cuttings ending up in the pool. So I'm going to lay some membrane down under the gravel to try and stop the grass and the weeds from coming through. Hold on, it's all kicking off. Badger, you'll come second, mate. And once the pool's finished, I think she'll be very happy, or hopefully. But it's the reviews that make or break your business, right? Whether it's customers or journalists or whatever. So I think we're lucky to have her, and we need to make sure that she's very happy. Badger's helping. This is his favourite garden tool. Luckily, he gets tired after about 15 hours. Then he has a 5-minute sleep.
The reporter will be the first official visitor to the Gite. But at the moment, Becky is battling some uninvited ones.
You need to go and do the cobwebs in the dining room.
No problem.
And you need to suck up the big dead things.
Rock and roll, eh?
Yeah, because I'm not sucking up dead things. I've moved to a place where there's so many spiders, and I'm absolutely terrified. Absolutely terrified. You can fully clean a room, and within an hour, dead spiders were back again.
With such high standards to achieve both for the reviewer and future guests, Becky and Greg starting to realise the hard work they face this summer.
Who knows what's going to happen? It's going to be our first season. We're not going to know what's going to happen. Things could go wrong, but we're just going to get through it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Spain is the second most visited country. Millions choose to holiday here to bask in the sun and ponder new beginnings. Running a water sports company, a bar, or maybe a B&B. But while it's pie in the sky for many of us, others are turning their fantasy into reality.
Paul and Lydia are going on the donut. We might never see them again. Woo! Oh no, they're gonna die! Oh. When we were on holiday, we used to dream, but we never ever thought that we would really do it, did we? They've let go of the rope, that means they've had enough.
It was during a holiday in Spain where Paul and Dawn Dawn's cousins Rory and Lydia
I feel like I've done a workout.
stumbled across this rundown 3-storey property for sale in the village of Renovation.
We used to walk past the house when we were in on holiday, and you could see every year it was getting a little bit more run down. It was reduced by quite a lot of money on the internet, and
I had the opportunity to get out and get my redundancy. It's exciting.
With the help of their parents, Rory and Lydia raised the cash to club together with Dawn and Paul to buy this €200,000 property to turn into a restaurant.
I think it will do okay because of like what's in the village at the minute, isn't there? There's not much options, is there, for a restaurant?
but we don't know really, do we?
We don't know, no, but I think the amount of people we talk to in the village and that, and the people we know, that everybody wants it, like.
It's June, and while Lydia and Dawn are packing up their lives in the UK, Rory and Paul are in Renovate, having just secured the keys to their new life in the sun.
To have a blank canvas that we can put our stamp on and bring something new to the area, it'll be an amazing place when it's all done and ready.
But this particular canvas requires some serious artistic vision.
So you've got your main entrance, like you've got some nice old doors.
Been busy sanding them down already, haven't I? So we're going to have a bar somewhere along here, a couple of bar stools at the front, nice coffee machine. Should look really nice. These walls are gonna come out, and this is what we're referring to as a snug.
As well as creating a spacious open-plan bar area, they also want to install a modern kitchen.
Kitchen's going to go over here in a bit of a horseshoe shape. Extractor along there. We've got a pizza oven coming. So once it all arrives, it'll start to look like a kitchen, maybe.
And the work doesn't end there. The whole family plan to live here too.
At the minute, it's just one big open space, but the idea is to divide these walls across here, corner that off into another bedroom, so we'll have an ensuite, bedroom, then the living area there.
They've each thrown £25,000 into the renovation pot and hope to open before the summer ends.
Got to earn money, so the sooner we open, the sooner we get paid.
So now former steelworker Paul is wasting no time getting stuck in.
The door to the bar is officially open.
To keep costs down, the boys will do most of the building work themselves.
Another one bites the dust.
But the scale of the task ahead is finally hitting home.
It's a huge project. We're going to have to do things bit by bit. We'll get the ground sorted outside. We'll get the living accommodation to a habitable, reasonable standard. And then we need to crack on and get the restaurant open.
Northeastern Spain is a mecca for cyclists. The cream of the crop train here, and thousands of cycling and walking tourists come here every year to experience its thrilling mountains and rugged coastline.
Look at this. It's a fantastic view, this, isn't it?
2 new residents to Spain's magical Girona province are fitness fanatics Mark and Shelley Abella from Maidstone.
It's got to be one of the nicest views along the coast. I don't know, they're all such good views.
This area, you can only describe it as stunning, and there's so many contrasts because you've got the amazing coastline, and every corner you turn on that coast, it's a different view. You've got the countryside, you've got the Lower Pyrenees with the mountains. It's just amazing.
They've just taken over an established cycling and walking tour business in the heart of the town of Palamos, and will be providing bikes for customers to do self-guided tours of the area, using their minibus to ferry them around.
We'd always dreamed of coming out and moving to Spain. Well, we've spent everything we've got, literally, to buy a cycling and walking business.
But there's an added poignancy in their decision. When Shelley was diagnosed with a benign brain tumour, the couple decided to seize the moment.
When you get news like that, it makes you realise life is too short. You just got to go out there and do. Don't waste time, you know, because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't even know if you've got a tomorrow. It does make you realise, you know, you've got your dreams. Just go for them. It makes you it just changes your outlook on everything, absolutely everything.
It's February in Palamos. And 5 days after arriving in the country, Mark's family have flown out to lend their support.
I do think this won't be big enough for long enough.
And Mark can't wait to show off his new toys in his very own bike store.
I've got 12 bikes of my own, and back at home they were kept inside the house. So we had 2 in the hall, 4 in the back bedroom, 1 in the garden, and I can't think of others in the other bedroom. So to have somewhere to actually put them is, I think that's the main reason I bought the business. We've been here 3 days, and it was so important to bring them over in a few days to see it. Because the big thing is we've moved away, but it's important that these guys know that we've not really moved away, so that's why they're here straight away.
We'll always be.
You're only 2 hours away.
Yeah.
Above the bike workshop is a 3-bedroomed house where Shelley and Mark will live.
So in the summer, these doors, these open like all the way out, which would be really great because it just gets so warm.
It's been amazing. It was really nice to see my dad and Shelley so happy as well.
With bookings in the diary, Shelley and Mark need to hit the ground running. But for tonight with their loved ones, it's time to celebrate the start of a new adventure.
This has been our dream for so long, and we're doing this now.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I just feel so lucky, so lucky. Even with everything I've been through, I just feel really lucky and blessed.
I'm really excited and really
I'm really
nervous at the same time.
Yeah, we've got so much to learn.
It's more for me, is it has to work.
It does have to work.
It has to work. Cheers, everyone. Cheers. Cheers.
Back in the Dordogne, it's the day before a travel reporter arrives to review Becky and Greg's newly renovated Gite.
Well, basically we've got all the grass to mow, all the trimming to do, the Gite to clean again because all the spiders are in there. Greg's got to finish fitting a shutter for here. Yeah, we've got a lot to do.
The journalist writes for a holiday website which only includes the most exclusive properties, and Becky's determined not to fail.
Pressure is on. I want things absolutely perfect. And I wanted to walk away thinking that this is a beautiful place and really good for the website. If she says no, then we're not going to be on it.
Promotion on the site could help the couple tap into their niche market, so she's drafted in her friend Lindsay to help.
Ironing a Super King fitted sheet tipped me over the edge. Because they're so big, they trail on the floor.
You are quite small.
Yeah, I'm small. Yeah.
And while Greg's path is done, he has just one day left to finish the grouting between 95 metres of pool tiles.
But it's just a bit time-consuming because it's it's a natural stone and it's full of holes, so you've got to fill every single hole, not just the cracks. Because we've had this heat wave over the last few days, it was going off in minutes as soon as it hit the floor, basically. But this does have to be finished today. Got to just crack on with it.
Fortunately, Greg has some backup too.
Steve knows what he's doing, luckily, because he's done this before. I mean, there's some stuff you can wing, but I think this is probably not one of them.
Inside the sheet, the first task is to make up the master bedroom.
Why does it not fit?
Well, I think you've got an extra large one. I think if the top fits.
Yes,
that could be better.
That's fine.
And bed making isn't the only gap in Becky's domestic knowledge.
I have never, ever ironed a sheet before. Ever.
There's a little bit of steam on it.
How do I do that? This. Is it this? Oh, no!
It's all right. It's all right. We'll turn it over the other way.
I'll tell you what, let me get something. Hang on. I think it'll come out just with a little bit of water. That's OK now.
Go on.
Yeah, perfect. Brilliant. We'll write that off to experience.
Meanwhile, Greg's on a learning curve himself too.
They're not straight. If you look at that one compared to that one, there's probably a dip of about a centimetre. I think it's about as good as it's going to get.
I don't think that's the right way. I've got loads of stuff.
Because it's a foot longer than the duvet.
I think it's because the duvet's in the wrong way round. It shouldn't be this difficult, should it? That's it.
Yes?
Yes.
Hey.
Look at that. Oh, I like that. Brilliant.
It's been a challenging morning.
Bye-bye, thank you.
No problem. But with the bedrooms finally looking pristine, Becky's free to help Greg.
What am I putting in this?
Just put some water in it.
Just water?
Yeah.
Hot or cold?
Cold at the tap.
So I'm going to mop off where they've grouted. I've never mopped my swimming pool before.
So start in the corner. You want to get some water on there. Do sort of 2 square metres at a time. That's it, then come back. Beautiful.
Bored already.
You've got 95 metres to do, mate, so if you're 4 metres in and you've got the crank, then this may not be the job for you.
Yeah, I had more visions of myself, I don't know, sitting by the pool as opposed to mopping.
She's got lots of skills, lots and lots, but the physical world's a bit of a mystery to Becky sometimes.
I can hear you.
Oh yeah, and bat ears. That's one of her skills.
This side is so much easier. So obviously the answer is not to leave the grout baking in 42-degree heat.
The reviewer is due in less than 24 hours, but they're still a long way off the high-end look they're aiming for.
I've got a bit more pointing to do. Pull furniture.
I can just crack on with the Gite while you're outside. So tomorrow we've just got lots to do, but it is, I think it's doable. We've just got to get up and do it, start early again. We've got to get up and start early again.
Back in Renovate, Rory and Paul are continuing the mammoth task of renovating this derelict building into a bar and restaurant.
It's a big space now, isn't it? Yeah, be able to see a couple of sofas in there, coffee table, and should be a nice little space.
Outside, they hope to build a terrace, but a delay in submitting their plans has left them without the relevant paperwork. So today, Rory and Paul are meeting with their architect and engineer to discuss the plans.
Somewhere along here then, is it?
It must be flat. Outside, the entrance, the terrace, is it possible to get a licence now to start that? Yes. Is it possible you can speak to the town hall?
You want to start?
We want to start outside. If I speak Spanish at the town hall, we'll end up with a licence for something else. The licence, how soon will the plans and the licence be ready?
2 semanas. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Without a licence, they can't employ a builder to start the exterior work, and Rory's worried any delay opening the restaurant could hit their wallets hard.
We need to spend money wisely, spend it where it's needed. We need to get the building looking nice, kind of restored. But we have to do it with a budget in mind. We'll get there somehow. Find a miracle, put on the lottery, play the Euro Millions.
Three weeks later, Paul, Rory and his dad Ray are cracking on with the inside.
He's ripping out a bathroom for us, getting rid of that awful bright blue bathroom that looks about 100 years old. It's a working holiday. If it wasn't a working holiday when he came, it is now.
The good news is progress is finally being made.
Will be an ensuite above here.
Yeah.
So we'll have hot water there.
Yeah.
Drop down to hot water here.
Yeah.
We have got solar hot water being installed into the property, which means hopefully by next week we'll have hot water throughout.
But there's more bad news for the family. In Spain, you have to pay a percentage of renovation costs to the town hall, and based on the plans, this payment is way over budget.
The architect had come up with a figure of about 140,000 euros, and then we have to pay about 5.8% to the town hall to get a licence. Slightly more than we were anticipating. We'll see how we get on.
With costs spiralling, Paul and Rory need to find an alternative plan, and fast.
We have a budget to stick to, and when that's gone, it's gone. But at least the sun's shining anyway, like.
In Palamos, Mark and Shelley are gearing up for the start to the season at their adventure holiday business.
Helmets, we've done water bottles, we've done panniers, so I'm going to cross that one off.
Tomorrow they're hosting 2 parties of guests, a group of cyclists and a couple booked on a walking tour.
I can feel the nerves. We've just got so much to do. If it was all done now, I'd probably be like, yeah, that's okay, it'll be fine. But yeah, no.
To cover costs, they estimate they'll need to make €6,000 a month in the tourist season.
The first thing with any business this businesses I've had before, is making enough money just to survive. Forget trying to get rich. If we don't make enough money this year, we go home. It's as simple as that.
The good news is the diary is filling up, but with hotels to source and book for their guests, Shelley has a busy workload.
So we're busy this week with our 2 lots of guests coming in, but we still have to deal with the inquiries that come in. We can't let those slip. They still have to be done, and see, they take time.
With the final bike sorted,
I'll take my watch off so I can't see what time it is, so I don't panic.
it's time to ferry the bikes to their guests' hotel, ready for the morning.
I'm so pleased we got this out of the way
So
now.
pleased,
So
guys.
pleased. I'm feeling a bit frazzled, and I just want to have a beer or a glass of wine and relax for an hour. And then we'll start again.
You can do that. That'll be at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
The next morning, after a 4 a.m. start and a 4-hour round trip collecting their cycling guests from Barcelona airport,
You couldn't ask for nicer weather, could you? It's beautiful, beautiful, yeah.
Shelley and Mark are checking them into their hotel, but it's been a shaky start to the day.
Today we committed the cardinal sin. We were late picking up at the airport. The traffic through Barcelona was terrible, something had broken down. So we're about 40 minutes behind. But it'll be fine, they're fine, they're nice people.
Fortunately, the choice of booking the cyclists into a 16th century Spanish palace has softened the blow.
Oh! Look at that, very beautiful. Very nice. Yeah. I think I go for this bed. Let me try it. Oh, yes.
And it's only from here to here.
The hotel may be a hit.
See you tomorrow.
But now there's another problem.
You okay?
It's up.
What's off? Oh, the chain.
Sorry about this. I don't have the tools here to do this. The chain's become derailed and stuck.
Thankfully, just as Mark's about to head back to base for his toolbox, he finally manages to sort it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
With the bikers back on track,
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow.
Mark and Shelley make the 30-mile journey to Girona to meet their next guests.
It's not a long walk.
Mark and Beth are booked onto one of their self-guided walking tours. And 40 minutes later, Mark and Shelley are introducing them to what the town of Palamos has to offer.
It's just sublime. This is absolutely beautiful. It's so gorgeous today with this blue sky and the boats. Couldn't ask for a better day.
So far, 2 sets of happy guests, but the logistics have been an eye-opener for the rookie hosts.
Different hotels, different towns. It's quite tiring. Obviously, we've been to Barcelona, now we've been to Girona and back, so it's 5.5 hours sitting in a minibus. But I think it's still all new for us, and the rewards after doing that makes it worthwhile.
With multiple groups to please over the next few days.
Just escaped your ticket now, I think.
I think we did. Oh, yes.
Mark and Shelley are going to need some precision planning. Back in the Dordogne,
Greg's out the front, so if I focus on the list of doom.
Becky and Greg are frantically prepping their gite for a travel journalist who's due this afternoon.
It's 8:30, so we've been at it since about 7. So it's going to be a long day.
The reporter will be writing the couple's first ever professional review, so it's crucial everything's perfect for 5 when she's due to arrive.
I'm sure the panic will set in. Probably about 3 o'clock. The puppy is chasing the trolley, which isn't helping Greg.
Lots to do. I've got to clean all out the pool, clean the pool itself, get all the furniture out, and then I'm going to get this driveway cleared.
As well as all the new jobs to get through.
You can
feel cobwebs when you're walking.
Becky's finding herself living in Groundhog Day.
Where's it going to come from? It's rural France, so we're going to get some animal life. But I kind of wish they'd go somewhere else. This house throws curveballs at you all the time. The water could go off, there could be a water leak, the electricity could go off, that's a favourite. Who knows?
Becky and Greg are going all out to impress tonight and have hired caterers to serve the journalist and her son a tapas dinner in the outdoor kitchen.
We've not used the caterers before. It's possibly a risk. But how bad can a wine tasting and a tapas meal be? I mean, as long as they don't get out of a tin.
Greg still has work to do around the pool.
When you've got a liner, you've got to keep the stones out. This is the dog's very favourite thing when I'm using this. Exciting stuff.
And in the midst of a heat wave, temperatures are rising.
Can we do the outdoor kitchen and then that's finished?
Right, can you wait till I've done this and then tell me what to do? Because I keep stopping doing what I'm doing to talk to you.
All right, well, how long are you going to be?
Half an hour.
Right, OK.
I think it's important that you don't both get stressed. Becky's got enough stress for the both of us. You can only do everything you can, and if it's not enough, it's not enough.
With a few hours before the reporter arrives...
I'm going to get the pool furniture out, which will make a big difference.
Becky and Greg have drafted in friends to help.
Right, we need 6 beds out, 3 umbrellas.
OK.
Oh, fabulous.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
They are gorgeous.
The couple have invested thousands of pounds and months of their time restoring the Gite's rustic French exterior.
And what about that one?
That one is probably going to go on the driveway or close.
But that doesn't mean they can't add a modern twist or two.
Oh, where's it going?
Well, where's the power?
There's a socket here, I think.
Yeah, exactly. There's a socket here.
The plan is for this oversized lamp to light up the entrance.
They're going to expect massive balls of plastic, aren't they?
I like it, actually.
I'm not sure if it's on or not.
I don't know if it's on, no.
See if it comes on.
Yes, I'm watching it.
Yes?
No change.
Get right up close to it.
Right.
And then I'm going to flick the switch on and off. But you've got to get close to it. Nothing?
Nothing.
Oh, it might not have a bulb in.
It's an ornament at the moment.
The couple have managed to finish just in time for the 5 o'clock deadline.
I was taking pictures when it all looks beautiful. I know it's good. I know we've done everything we could possibly do.
But nearly 2 hours later, the reviewer still hasn't appeared.
Come on, Greg, I think it's her. Oh, no, it's not. Hello?
The caterers have, though, and they're ready to set up.
Yeah, I'm quite happy in here.
I mean, if she's happy in here.
Yeah, but then we start a little later. It doesn't matter. Do you have all the time?
It's okay. Are you all right with that, are you? Yes. We're going to have to start later, aren't we?
There's now a growing concern there's been a diary mix-up, and that would mean their 2-day dash will have been for nothing.
We're hoping she's coming.
Who knows? I don't know what she's up to. I've no idea. It'll be a bit of a bum if she doesn't come, but... I don't know. I don't know.
Back in Palamos on the Costa Brava, Shelley and Mark are gearing up for another busy day with their cycling and walking tour business. Their 2 American guests, Mark and Beth, are setting off on today's trek.
It's fantastic.
Beautiful day. We have a friend who cycles and loves to hike in Chicago. And we'll be telling her about this and other friends who are active and enjoy traveling and seeing beautiful places.
But Mark and Shelley have a problem with their guests' next hike.
So that's your route?
They haven't had chance to check all the routes, including one on their current guest's agenda.
It's very easy to get lost. You end up getting into a panic, and that's really not what we want. This has got to be right, which is why Shelley's walking it today.
The 17-kilometre route is full of tricky twists and turns. The last thing they need is guests getting lost.
You're going to have to work this bit out.
Yeah.
So it's down to Shelley to blaze a trail.
So if you get to 4, you've missed the turn.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll just get lost and I'll forage for berries for a few days and drink stream water.
Stream water? Stream water.
While Mark heads off to collect their group of cyclists from their hotel, Shelley's arrived at the medieval town of Peratayada. It's the starting point of the walk their guests are due to tackle in the next 2 days.
And we're off. I'm going. It's so important this route is right, because if it's wrong or it doesn't finish where it's supposed to finish, people don't know where they are. They'll just be totally lost. So it just has to be right.
At the hotel in Palamos, Karine Giesland and her family from Norway are ready for a second day's cycling.
What I like really with this trip is we used to bike cycling all day and transfer our luggage to the next hotel and we spend the night there.
Good morning. You're all very keen. That's what I like to see.
After loading the guests' luggage, Mark's mind is focused on his wife's challenging walk.
I'm just more concerned about Shelley's route today. It's quite a difficult route to find, I think. Signs aren't very well signposted, and this is one of the smaller walking routes, and we've not done it, and it's important that it's right.
It's got to be that way.
This is a concern.
Straight on.
2.5 hours into her trek, Shelley's reached the tiny village of Fonteta. And is worried she's already walked further than she should have.
Wow, do you know what? It's saying here 8 kilometres. I've done 10.23. So, maybe I've got longer to do than I thought. Like an extra kilometre. Yay. Right, I'm going to crack on. Because otherwise my legs are just going to say, no, we're not doing it anymore. Oh.
Fortunately, the cyclists are having no trouble navigating their route through the Spanish Campo.
It's easy to find the road with GPS and the maps, and yeah, we're a good team. What we like most is the sun, the warmth, and being together and have active vacation.
And picnics.
Yes. Skål. 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 Skål.
A tour guide becoming lost isn't the best start for poor Shelley. If this were to happen with guests,
Left.
they could be in for a bumpy ride this season.
Actually, I'm not sure it's that way. God, I feel broken. Oh.
It's July in Reliu. This morning, Paul, Rory and his parents Ray and Anne are about to receive a very special delivery.
Oh, I reckon it's on time. Is it? It's here.
Yes, it's here.
Their worldly belongings have finally arrived on a truck from the UK.
We have 2 hours to empty it. After that, it is £120 an hour waiting time, so we want to avoid that. We want it on its way as quick as possible.
With such narrow streets, Paul and Rory have arranged a road closure with the local police.
He needs something to cut it. I'll be the first to remove something.
Don't need to go to the gym today anyway. It's funny seeing all your stuff come out of a container like, but it's stuff you used to having at home in England, and now it's here. Might feel a bit more like, oh, when you get all your stuff in, like.
As well as their own furniture, the container has the kitchen equipment for their new restaurant. Finally, the job is done with time to spare.
I need to brush up on my Spanish.
And no fines to pay.
We wanted to avoid that and we've avoided it well and truly by a good half hour. So just going to get the freezer off and he'll be on his way. I'm worn out, I need a coffee. I need to go to the beach. I need to retire.
But there's no time for rest because their end of summer deadline is fast approaching.
Been here maybe just over a month now, and it's been a bit tough, being away from family and doing the work. It's taken a long time to do, but if it takes longer, it takes longer, and that's just the way it is.
A few weeks later, progress is being made. The open-plan bar is starting to take shape, and Paul's had a welcome boost.
I don't know if I'll ever progress on to tools like that.
His wife Dawn has now joined the team and is wasting no time rolling her sleeves up.
We knocked all this out yesterday together on our silver wedding anniversary. I keep saying at least we were together. Celebrating in style in all the dust. I'm clearing up after you, Paul.
There's a lot to do, there's a lot to, every time I look around, there's a lot to do,
But... Positive thinking.
Yeah, I know, positive, yeah, very positive.
With an extra pair of hands, the demolition phase is almost complete.
I have to have a rest, because my arm's not strong enough.
Ready for new electrics and plumbing.
Bit of a mishap yesterday with the hidden cables. Still works.
That's lucky.
Upstairs in their living area, Paul has started building the bedrooms to their new home.
Really pleased I can see masses of difference every day. More like a home now.
But despite the progress inside, they've yet to receive a licence for any external work. The delay means their plans to open in September are looking increasingly unlikely.
The longer we are delayed, the more we risk running out of money and not having enough to sustain ourselves out here on a budget of about €5 a day, which has been slightly exceeded, so I need to really economise a bit and start living off cereal, really, and yeah.
Next time, the pressure's on to make the grade.
What's happening?
It's developed another problem.
At Becky and Greg's sheet.
We don't know, do we? It's kind of in the lap of the gods, so, we did all we can.
In Spain.
I don't think you'll ever want to do any more DIY after this, will you?
The deadline slips for Dawn and Paul's restaurant renovations.
It still looks the same as when we bought it.
And as business steps up a gear.
It is really manic at the moment. We've got 3 sets of guests out.
Are Shelley and Mark riding for a fall?
At the moment, I'm feeling pretty rubbish. Somehow I've just dropped the ball and I don't know.